Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you have, but here's the shocking truth. It doesn't always tell you the truth. The human brain is designed for survival, not for happiness, which means it often exaggerates threats, invents problems, and convinces you that you are weaker or more limited than you really are. Psychologists call this cognitive distortion, the brain's tendency to twist reality and make you see the world in ways that aren't accurate. If you've ever imagined the worst-case scenario, replayed mistakes over and over, or doubted yourself before even trying, then you've already experienced how your mind can lie to you. The question is, why does it happen, and how do you break free? Your mind has a natural bias toward negativity. Scientists call this the negativity bias. The brain pays more attention to threats and problems than to positive experiences, because in ancient times, noticing danger meant survival. But in modern life, this bias tricks you. For example, you might receive 10 compliments and 1 criticism, but your brain will fixate on the criticism as if it's the only truth. The mind lies by exaggerating failure, minimizing success, and making you believe that one mistake defines your worth. It invents scenarios. What if I fail? What if they don't like me? What if everything goes wrong? And convinces you those what-ifs are reality. But these are illusions, mental projections, not facts. Left unchecked, the mind becomes a storyteller of lies, turning ordinary doubts into heavy chains. Here's the danger. Negative thoughts rarely stand alone. They multiply. Psychologists describe this as a feedback loop. One negative thought triggers another, and soon your brain wires itself to think in patterns of fear, doubt, and hopelessness. Imagine this. You think, I'm not good enough. That thought creates anxiety, which makes you avoid challenges, which leads to missed opportunities, which then reinforces the original thought. See, I failed again. This cycle builds over time, shaping not just your mood but your identity. Neuroscience shows that the brain literally rewires itself through repetition. The more you focus on negative thoughts, the stronger those neural pathways become, making negativity your default setting. That's why some people feel stuck. Not because they truly are limited, but because their brain has trained itself to believe the lies. So why does your own mind betray you? It goes back to evolution. Your brain's #1 job is to keep you alive. That means it constantly scans for danger, rejection, failure, loss, embarrassment, even when there's no real threat. Psychologists call this catastrophizing, where the brain jumps to the worst-case scenario to prepare for survival. But in today's world, most threats are not life or death. They are emotional and social, a bad presentation, a breakup, a missed opportunity. Still, the brain reacts as if it's a tiger in the jungle. Stress hormones like cortisol flood your system, making you feel anxious, restless, or frozen. Instead of helping you survive, the brain ends up trapping you in fear. It's not that your mind hates you, it's that it overprotects you, and in doing so, it holds you back. The good news is that psychology also shows us the way out. The mind can be retrained. This is where neuroplasticity comes in, the brain's ability to form new connections and change its wiring. Every time you challenge a negative thought, you weaken its power. Every time you replace it with a realistic or positive one, you strengthen a healthier pathway. For example, instead of, I'll never succeed, you say, I haven't succeeded yet, but I can learn. Instead of, everyone hates me, you say, I might have critics, but many people support me too. This isn't about blind positivity. It's about balance. It's about seeing reality clearly, not through the lens of fear. Over time, your brain adapts, and positivity becomes just as natural as negativity once was. Practical steps to take control. Catch the lie, start noticing your thoughts. Write them down. Ask yourself, is this a fact or just a fear? Challenge the thought, look for evidence. If your mind says, I always fail, ask yourself, is that really true? Haven't I succeeded before? Reframe the narrative, replace extreme words like always and never with balanced ones. Change, I'll never get better into, I'm still improving. Feed the brain positivity. Expose yourself to books, conversations, and habits that reinforce growth, not fear. Just like negative repetition wires the brain, positive repetition rewires it too. Act against the fear. Don't wait until your mind feels ready. Take small steps forward. Action proves the lies wrong, and your brain learns from experience. Your mind is powerful, but it is not always truthful. It lies to protect you, but in doing so, it can limit you. The cycle of negativity is strong, but it is not unbreakable. By catching lies, reframing them, and taking action, you can train your brain to work for you instead of against you. Psychology shows us this truth. Thoughts are not facts. They are habits, and habits can change. The more you choose growth over fear, the more your mind becomes your ally, not your enemy.